Welcome back to CFB Nation. We are back. It's week 0. I'm your host, Nino Brown, Boomer, a.k.a. Jared Gray. How we doing, my guy?
Hey, Boomer Sooner, baby. I'm glad, so happy to be here. Week 0. Man, we took some time off, obviously. I've been crazy. But I appreciate you hitting me back today and like, hey, let's do this. So I'm here for it.
So I previewed a little bit of week 0 on CFB Prime earlier. So we're going to do top 3 or 4 guys that we like at some of these watch lists, couple award lists, watch lists that we'd like. I gotta pick your brain a little bit. I like in this first week 0 game, I like Ohio versus San Diego State. Okay. San Diego State's favorite, 3.5 points. And I've been planting my flag on a big angry bird. Well, it's not the bird anymore, it's X, right? About Mekhi Shaw. I think he's gonna lead that wide receiver room for San Diego. But I'm all in on Curtis Rock. Okay, this dude blew his ACL the week 12, and he's starting week 1 at the QB. Week 0 at the QB. Just all these running backs that say, "Oh, I don't know, we're gonna have to ease him into it." That Rock just told him, "Hold my beer. I'm coming in, coach." Like, you know.
Yeah,
what I mean?
I am dumbfounded by the comeback. Hey, don't call it a comeback. Watch this dude come out and
Go off.
throw 3 touchdowns and 280 yards passing. I mean, like it's nothing week 0. I think 3 points is a joke.
3 now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're underdogs. Ohio's an underdog. I don't know. They got Sam Wiglugs, right? He's a dude on the wide receivers, right? And then they got Say Bangeray running the ball, and he's a dog, dude. Like, I don't know. That offense has got weapons.
It'd be hard to bet against San Diego State, though. They've always been decent.
13 straight years of non-losing football, bro. The 13 straight. That's. I'll take that. You know what I mean? Like.
I mean, so yeah, give me San Diego State and points, baby. I'm here for it.
Like, already, week 0, we're going against each other. Already, I'm taking Ohio. We're gonna go with it now. Put that one on the board. I got a question. I was all in because I did my research just like you did. Okay, I still think he's playing games. I don't know what this is all about. But your boy, Williams Nware, decided to commit to Missouri. Like, I thought it was either OU. I really thought he was all in OU. I thought maybe a couple other teams had a chance, but I did not see Missouri coming in there. And then he commits. And I want to get your thoughts on that. And then his first practice after committing, he's rocking Boomer Sooner pants.
Well, okay, so I'm just gonna put it out. I think the reason why were you because he played Union's Tulsa Union, Oklahoma. They're a phenomenal 6A program. I mean, they're big. They're big time, right? Nware plays them. I think it was a respect thing. You committed to Missouri, I understand, but you're in Oklahoma. You're playing against Tulsa Union. I think it's a respect thing. That being said, Oklahoma's not out of this. He's got friends. He's got a commitment on his team, right? A defensive lineman on his team that's committed to Oklahoma in the 2024 class or 2025 class. So I just don't think this commitment's over. There's a guy from the 2023 class that's on the team in green. I don't think this is over. And it's funny because Cale Gundy, who used to be at OU and got dismissed and whatever, he retweets this and says, "I'm so glad I don't have to deal with this anymore." Like, because 5 stars, they're princesses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
look at our guy David. So we love him, right? But he likes to play games too.
Oh, David still plays the game, baby. He plays the game.
And that's and Nware is his boy. And we thought for a second that they all could have landed in Oklahoma, right? Him, Nware, and what's the other guy there? The other defensive gentleman, the 3 of them that keep saying they might.
Okay, so yeah, we got David Stone, we got Nware, and we got our boy, who we did an interview with.
Yes.
Down south in Melissa, Texas. September 8th, he's committing. Nigel Smith is who we're talking about. I think Nigel's climbing back into the Oklahoma talk because the other 2 might be going somewhere else. I still think Miami. It would be hard to pull Stone away from Miami. He's been in Florida. The family loves Miami. Like
He's been to
I,
Oklahoma how many
he,
times?
but he's from Oklahoma originally, so there's a reason. Nigel Smith's been to Oklahoma like 6 visits, right?
Yeah.
Now he loves Penn State. He loves Rutgers. He loves Ohio State. I think it's between Ohio State, Penn State, and Oklahoma, which we're talking about 3 very different places if you've ever been to any of them. So it's hot down here, bro. It's been 100 degrees straight. But so he's been in Texas. He understands that. I don't know if he don't know if he's about that cold life. So September 8th, September 8th is his commitment date, and we're gonna be there. I'm gonna be there for the thing. So
love it.
We'll be live. Let you know who he picks. So
now Stone is the end of the month, right? 28th, I think. 26th.
Yeah. So again, dude, I throw until you sign the dotted line. Ask Peyton Bowen.
No, he signed.
All right.
He was in the building, bro. He left my building.
Yeah, that dude went from Notre Dame to Oregon to Oklahoma in 12 hours. 12 hours.
He didn't know what he wanted to do, but now he's good. He's
now he's singing on stage for freshman day. Like, I mean, he's wearing a cowboy hat yesterday, singing, country music. I mean, he's all in. So, and he's balling, by the way. He's a freak, and he's definitely on my freak list for the year. And that dude is.
I was behind it the whole way when I thought he was going to Oregon, and
I never flirted away. I mean,
no, you didn't. But when I was like, yo, this, and then he went, and then I didn't expect him to leave in like 3 hours, but I had him for a second. I could say he was part of the Ducks history for.
He didn't put a date on it, so he just thought he wasn't going there. Wasn't meant to be.
I don't even think he packed a bag yet. You know what I'm saying?
But, yeah, so I'm with you. The Williams Nowari thing, it's not over, and there's something's not over. Even if he commits to wherever, even if he commits to Oklahoma, I don't think it's over. So
it's not over till he signs on dotted line.
I mean, what if somebody like they commit to him and then they stink it up this year? I don't want to go somewhere that has a 4-win season. Come on, bro.
Right. No, I hear you. I'm with it.
I'm trying to be in the playoff next year. 12 teams. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly. And it's early, so he got time. All right. One more topic before we start talking about these award lists. I smell something fishy. Michigan implements a self-imposed 3-game suspension on Jim Harbaugh. Why do I smell Tennessee trying to put a little baby powder on the bum like they did with sanctions early to get out of this? Like, they had a 4-game. The NCAA said, no, something's not right. The hamburger wasn't the right hamburger. And then all of a sudden, it gets quiet for a week. And now Michigan puts out their own thing. Self-imposed university suspension, 3 games. What are your thoughts here, Boomer?
We knew it was coming. I mean, you brought it up like 6 months ago that he was going to get a suspension. And we're like, really? And it was like, yes, I'm thinking 4 games. And then we saw the 4 games pop up. I'm like, oh, Nino had it on the lock. And
they took it
here
back.
we go. You get it 3, and it's just, I'm with you. It's super fishy.
Weird.
It's shady. I mean, the thing is don't you kind of open yourself up for more?
Yeah. Why do you think he was trying to go to the NFL? He was like, yo, let me get out of here.
Yeah.
And the NFL was like, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're done. You're done, Skis. We like the young pups now. And he's the thing is I love how he's blowing up his quarterback who's not even a top 15 quarterback in my opinion. So,
well, I think he has no choice because the guy that was his originally is now somewhere else, right? He never made the adjustment. He's got the talent there. I mean, the team could be good. And listen, 3-game suspension the first 3 games, but he doesn't even have to be there anyway. They're probably just going to steamboat the first 3 anyway. I think one of them is a cakewalk game. So
he comes back for Rutgers, right? So
yeah, he comes back for Rutgers, which is a decent game. Rutgers got a good D, and what's his name? Greg Schiano. He's a dog, so that'll be a good game. maybe Rutgers could give him a little something early. We'll see what happens. But I like I said, smells fishy. I called it a long time ago. The NCAA tried to stamp me out, and Michigan said, no, not today. We're going to try to get ahead of this because I think there's something else coming. I don't think it's just all about a cheeseburger. I think it's a little bit more pipeline besides a cheeseburger thing.
I'm 100% with you.
All right. Let's talk awards. Let's talk Jim Thorpe 2023 watch list. Give me 4 guys you like.
All right. So I think we both agree. For me, Kool-Aid's on there.
Yep.
You know, he's my number 1. My number 2 is I'm kind of real in between. I really like Cole Bishop from Utah. I think that he has a really good chance. I think that he's going to ball out against Caleb Williams, who's going to be the first pick in the draft. And if you get 2 interceptions against Caleb Williams, you're a finalist.
Yeah.
Right then, you're done. You're a finalist. And I'm here for that. I told you that I really like Lathan Ransom.
Yeah.
Listen, that dude has a top 10 name anyway. So you might as well put him in the top 10 awards list here because that dude is literally holding this thing for Ransom. And I think that he's going to ball out, have a big year. And a guy you kind of talked me into is Kansas State, you know, safety / cornerback, wherever they decide to play him, with 60 tackles last year. Well, I just had a mental blank. It's not Banks.
Not Reds. Yeah, is it Savage? My boy Savage.
Kobe Savage. Kobe Savage. Listen, first of all, you got a name like Kobe, you better ball, right? If your last name's Savage, you better be a Savage.
Yeah.
And with our boy Brent's leaving, you know, having like absolutely balling last year, he's the guy that they have to look to anchor that defense.
I'm with it.
And how do you anchor it? You become a Thorpe finalist. And I'm here for it. So that's my 4.
All right. I'm with you. Kool-Aid's obviously my 1, and I'll tell everybody it should be that one DB. No disrespect to Denzel Burke, but I can't put him on my list if I got Kool-Aid on the list. It's just the way I look.
I got Kool-Aid. If I put Kool-Aid and Trevin Diggs next to each other right now, I think I would take Kool-Aid.
Yeah, I would take Kool-Aid as well because I think Kool-Aid's more of a lockdown than Diggs is. Diggs might be more boom or bust, but to me, I think Kool-Aid's going to be Kool-Aid's going to give Sauce a run for the next couple of years once he hits.
I like that.
All right. So Kool-Aid's 1. Everybody knows Cam Kitchens, Miami. That's my guy. I'm all in on him. He's a dog. He just so many vibes I give him past Hurricanes. The way he just annihilates people in that secondary. So I'm all in on him. It's hard for me between Kitchens and Mukumba from Clemson. So give me Andrew Mukumba at 3. And it is I like Cole. You mentioned him. I'm going to have to go with a dark horse here, okay? And just because the number, Boomer, it's just astronomical to me. It just sticks out. Like, someone getting their hands on the ball this many times, I gotta have to what? I got to put him up there. Give me Teldrick Ross, Middle Tennessee State. 76 tackles, right? 2 tackles for loss. He had 2 picks. My man had 20. 2-0 pass breakups, bro. Like, you said it's a small school. You got to do something crazy. 20 pass breakups is going to get you noticed. So give me Teldrick Ross out of Middle Tennessee State as my 4th.
Is he a senior?
I believe he is. I'll tell you right now. I believe he is.
Oof. Because if he's a senior, then
Jim.
Yeah. Give my guy a call because that would be a heck of a grab.
He is a senior.
It's gotta happen.
Oh,
come on, Jim Nagy. We gotta give this guy a phone call. Like, I mean, send the invite.
I'm giving you layups, Jim. We're giving you layups early, Jim. Take them. Right to just throw it down, open you. You know?
I mean, this dude could have 40 freaking pass breakups in 2 years.
That's stupid. Like, even if he had 35 or 30, you know what I mean? That's just dumb, dude. 30 pass breakups in 2 years is just dumb. All right. Yeah. We're gonna go. Blitnikoff next. Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
All right. Give me the Blitnikoff. You want to go first? You want me to go first?
You can go first. I went first last time.
All right. I don't think anybody should be able to say Marvin Harrison Jr. because he should just automatically be.
He's going to win it, but, I mean, whatever.
We got to talk about other guys, right? It's the way it's got to be. Jalen McMillan, Washington. because everybody's on the Romeo train. I've been pounding the Jalen McMillan train for a long time. Give me Jalen McMillan, okay? I gotta be a homer. I can't be a homer. Give me Jamari Trash out of Louisville. I think, listen, the kid is a dog. He was a top wide receiver last year. People aren't really talking about him. Give me him. Give me Malik Neighbors out of LSU. All right, for 3. Who am I gonna go? I got a 4th guy. Yeah, I gotta go off cuff. I gotta go. I can't. He's not really off cuff, but he needs to deserve it. Give me Malachi Corey. It's 4. All right,
Love it.
Western Kentucky. Kid's a freak, dude. He got bigger. Right, he was a top receiver last year. I think it was top 5. Like, I think he's gonna give a push. So those are my top 4.
Yeah, I like it. Listen, I'm going to give you some names and their actual names. Let's go with Rice out of USC. I think he kind of pushes my boy
Brendan
Williams out of
Rice? All right.
Brendan Rice. I think we're going to see a massive year out of him. And he already, because he's got the name, they're going to give it to, he going to be somebody.
Right.
So it's just, that's how it is. And because Harrison gets so much love, he's going to draw them so much. Give me a Mecca.
Okay.
I think Ibuka actually really has one of those big years, big Wilson years, 1,100 yards, 8 touchdowns, maybe 12. And if he does that, he's got to be in the conversation.
You see the catch the other day, the one-handed catch on the sideline?
He's dumb, dude.
If Marvin Harrison didn't exist, he's wide receiver 1 in the whole country, right? Like, I don't give a shit what anybody says. I like a lot of guys, and I give them all respect. He would be number 1 wide receiver in the country.
Here's the crazy one. What if I told you a tight end not only wins the Mackey, but wins the Blitnikoff?
I mean, it could happen. It could happen. But my problem is it's so much inexperience at the QB position.
I get that, but I think Stetson Bennett was a good quarterback, but Brock Bowers is a different level dude.
But he's also nicknamed Block Bowers for a reason.
Yeah, but I think that they're going to push him a little bit, and I think he's at least going to be in the conversation. So I think he's going to be a Blitnikoff semifinalist as a tight end, which is crazy.
Stupid.
And I think just to be in there is one thing. I'm going to give you a guy that I have been absolutely in love with, and I hate where he landed, but my boy Dante Cephas is the dude. And listen, him leaving, where he went and going to Penn State, I don't care who his quarterback is. I think that dude cooks everybody. Listen, I'll tell you right now, there's plenty of guys that are glad he's not playing them. But there's plenty of Big Ten guys that, listen, I can't wait to see Penn State, Ohio State ransom against Cephas. I might not change the channel. You know me, I'm going to watch 15 games on Saturday on a regular. It'll be hard for me to change that because I want to watch it so bad.
Yeah.
And that'll be a game that I have to see because I think Cephas is an absolute stud.
I'm with it. I just, it's hard for me to get behind Penn State. You know that.
100%. Yeah, I mean,
you mentioned Bowers, okay? And I'm not a guy. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I was wrong on him in the championship game. He's coming off injury. I thought they were. I said that I thought they were. I was right on this. I thought they were kind of setting this up for the championship game, kind of phase him in and out. I think that he could lead the Georgia Bulldogs wide receiver room. Give me Ladd McConkey as a sneak to get in to the Blitnikoff. I think that this kid's going to lead the Georgia Bulldogs room. I know they got Lovett in there, right? They just brought in Thomas. I don't know. I just something about it. The kids can run routes. You know me. I like them. I'm in New England for too long. Them type of receivers in the slot. They just he screams it to me. He's got really good hands, and he's sneaky. Over the middle of the field.
So. He got Hunter Renfrow vibes for real.
That's what I'm saying. Julian Edelman, like Wes Welker type stuff right there. But I think he runs. No knock to my guy Edelman. Edelman was a QB turned wide receiver, but I think McConkey runs routes at that rate. Like I think he's really good at running those routes.
Edelman's elite.
At the end of his career, I'm saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, the beginning of his career, he wasn't elite at running a route. So it took him a little bit. Okay.
I mean, that's understandable.
when you transfer from QB to wide receiver. So, Lad McConkey is going to be my dark horse. All right. Let's go Davey O'Brien.
100%.
All right. You lead it off.
This is so hard because I think that in general, this draft class, if they decide to come out, is dumb. I have 10 quarterbacks that I would take over some of the guys that were drafted this year. So don't get me wrong, I love some of the guys. We talked to O'Connell and different things,
Right.
but this draft class, the quarterback class is deep. I mean, there's some studs, and
there's some dudes that people don't even know about that could be late 6th round picks, and you'd be like, who, and could ball.
Listen, I don't like Xavier Worthy, because he's the Texas, but that dude's going to be right in the talk for the Blitnikoff, which means his quarterback, Quinn Ewers, is going to be in the talk. And if he stays healthy, if he doesn't stay healthy, then it's going to be the art show, and we know it.
If he beats Alabama, he's going to be in that talk for sure.
Yeah, 100%. Listen, I think KJ Jefferson's an athlete. I don't think he's going to light it up on the scoreboard, but Daniels at LSU is going to light up the scoreboard in every aspect. And so Jalen Daniels is on there.
Getting that money, right? There. Raging Cajun chicken money now, getting the NIL money. So
he better do something with it. I'm going to give you one. I have stayed on this train, and even though people hate me for it, I think Devin Leary is going to be up there.
Okay.
I think he has a big year. Listen, this dude's he's got a howitzer for an arm. If he can get to the point where he just can nickel and dime a little bit more, he could be the guy. And he's my dark horse, like, let's get in, because he has one of the best arms in the entire nation. And I'm a huge fan. I'm going to absolutely steal one from you, because Michael Penix is going to be in the top 5.
Yeah, I can see that.
It is what it is. I know like 2 of yours are not on my list, but I think Penix is on your list. And I just think he has a massive year and might be a top 5 quarterback.
I'm going to go out there and say that the Pac-12 is going to have so many guys in award contentions or in the possibility of being in the college football playoff this year, and then they're going to disappear, and it's going to be a storybook thing. It's going to be stupid. Like, it's just crazy. Like, there's at least 3 QBs, possibly 4 QBs in the Pac-12 that have a chance to be, in the Heisman talk.
Between the ACC and the Pac-12, they're loaded.
And that's not even the big dogs. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's stupid. You mentioned Penix, so I'm not going to, regurgitate guys. I'm going to take my guy off the rip, Bo Nix. We don't even have to talk about it. You all know I've been vomiting about Bo Nix for about a year and a half now.
Got his jersey and everything.
Yeah, at Auburn when he sucked. So you know the love is real, okay? I'm going to go with Riley Leonard out of Duke. Okay, been pounding the table. I'm going to stay in the same table, and I'm not going to change. I'm going to go with Cade Klubnik. Clemson's running the table. Prue, I'm sorry. You love Florida State. You're a Seminole guy. Clemson's going undefeated. They're running the table. They're winning the ACC. And for that to happen, Cade Klubnik is going to have a season, right? Garrett Riley is going to propel this guy. Like, people are sleeping on what Garrett Riley did for TCU last year, what he's about to do for what was an anemic style offense last year.
Yeah.
Cade Klubnik is him. Antonio Williams is him. Adam Randall's healthy. 4-star receiver who got hurt as a freshman last year. If Bo Collins can put on the cleats on the right feet and go out there and do something, they got a decent offense. Shipley behind him. Mufasa as the backup. And then Brenning Hall as the tight end. He's a dude as well. Brenning Stool. I always get mixed up. But give me Cade as my third Davey O'Brien. Give me Frank Harris coming back for 5th year UTSA, going over to the AAC. I think they got an easy schedule outside of the Tennessee game week 5 and Tulane to close it out. I think he puts up gaudy numbers. My dude Dorian Clark is already getting all this buzz now. I've been talking about Clark for about 5 weeks. He's coming off an injury, but he's been listen, 140 voided targets, 1,200 voided yards, and a dozen voided touchdowns. Someone got to get it. Joshua Cephas is hurt right now. We're at week 0, people. The time is now. Give me Frank Harris as my 4th. My fifth one, going with a dark horse here. I'm gonna go. No, I'm staying on the train, bro. Give me Curtis Rock. Give me Curtis Rock. I'm going with Curtis Rock. I think he's gonna ball out, and people are gonna know who he is in the Senior Bowl. I'm putting it out there. I'm putting it into fruition. At the Senior Bowl, when Curtis Rock is there, and he walks away as the winning QB for the Senior Bowl game, you're gonna have Jake Hayner all over again, people.
Hey, you're gonna have to do a lot of stuff to get past my number 5 and Dylan Gabriel.
I knew he was coming. But it's only if he plays the whole year. But
that's true.
We're not gonna we're not gonna talk about that yet. We are gonna go Doak Walker next, and I think me and you got a couple guys on here we want to poke at some guys about, but we're gonna keep it calm, cool, and collective here. I'm gonna run this one. Did I go? Yeah, you went first, right? So I'm gonna run this one first. So give me right off the rip. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. He's not my number 1, but he's gonna be on this list. In my top 5. At 5, give me Carson Steele out of UCLA. He is, and will prove to the community, a P5 running back. He's at 5 for me. At 4, give me. Oh boy, do I wanna? It's so hard to do right here because there's so many guys.
Loaded.
Give me Rocket Raheem Sanders out of
No,
Arkansas. At 3, give me Trey Benson out of Florida State.
I'm here for that.
Now, this is where it gets a little spicy because there's a couple guys. I think there's a couple guys that are gonna ball out that nobody's really like talking about. Like I think Maccabee is gonna ball out. Give me Damian Martinez, Oregon State at 2. That's not an order. It's just 5 guys.
Yeah.
And the last one, I know you're gonna have him on your list, so I'm not gonna mention him. Give me Samson Evans out of Eastern Michigan.
Okay.
He had like 1,500 yards, 15 touchdowns last year. I think we could possibly see that again.
Listen, I called the Blake Corum last year. So I'm gonna give you my number 1 in a second. I'm gonna go right now. I think Singleton.
I knew it. That's why I didn't put it. I knew it.
Listen, and right with him, my number 2 is Braylon Allen. That's my guy. Like, I've pounded the table. I think that he's the next Derrick Henry.
Okay.
And it's a real thing. I can't stay away from this. I want to say Trey Benson because whatever, but I'm going to give you a guy who I'm actually really shocked that you didn't go Homer pick here. Pat Garwell from Boston College is going to ball out this year. Right?
Listen,
he's going to have a Dylan year. I'm going to tell you right now.
He hurt me last year. Okay, I had
so much and I get it, 100% get it. But Garwell's going to have a year.
Well, listen, I'm with the fact that
show up and show out.
The offensive line is back, so you're going to get BC dominance on the line. So yeah, it's very possible you could get 1,400 yards.
And I'm here for it. I think a guy that I've been on, I think has a big year is Devin Neal.
Yep.
From Kansas. I think his quarterback is a dude. I mean, he gives me Seneca Walls vibes. Fierce.
Yeah.
But
can he stay healthy?
Yes. Well, and that thing is, I mean, look what that Arkansas game was, one of the best bowl games, period.
Crazy.
So I think Neal has a great year. I think that the Big 12 just isn't who they used to be in general anyway, and their dogs are leaving anyway. So he's going to have a big year. As much as I want to put somebody from Oklahoma, they're a 5-headed monster in the running back room. So it's who knows. I mean, I can't do it. I'm sorry, Sooners. I can't do it. Listen, there's literally 4 guys right now that are battling every single day. And I love Gavin Sawchuk. I love Javonte Barnes. But Taway Walker is balling.
I heard.
Smothers is having a. I'm not kidding you. It's going to be crazy. And then you bring in a 5-star running back next year who just committed to Oklahoma. So I can't even pick somebody from Oklahoma. Carson Steele, I said before the thing, he's on my list. He's going to stay on my list. And listen, we love Carson. One of our first interviews that we've had on P2P. And listen, that dude was born to be in Southern California.
Facts.
So he's going to absolutely eat all year long. And I want to say he matches his total last year and comes right at 1,400 yards.
I like it. I'm here for it. I got a dark horse, and I don't know what happened because I remember like the last maybe 6 or 7 games last year. This gentleman out in Cal was grinding, doing his thing, putting up big chunks of yards. Right, finished the year with almost 900 yards, 8 touchdowns, 170 carries, had 5.3 yards per carry. Why is nobody talking about Jaden Ott? What happened? Why do we think that from freshman year, coming in at 170 carries as a freshman, that he's not hurt? There's no injury anywhere. Give me Jaden Ott as a dark horse.
I like it. I really do. I'll be honest with you.
I couldn't believe it. I was like looking. I'm like, wow, this guy was crushing it last year down the stretch. All right.
Yeah.
Doak Walker's done. We got one more. We're gonna wrap up. That's gonna be the Maxwell. You can start it off, my guy.
Listen, I think it's Caleb Williams to lose.
Right.
You know, and I get that he's the guy, right? And listen, I as an Oklahoma fan do not hate his decision. I understand, like I get it, right? But I miss you. I'm gonna say that right now. So I'm not gonna miss it next year when Jackson Arnold's playing, but that's there. So I think that it's going to be possibly a quarterback, right? But I think because I already picked this guy for my Doak Walker winning, Singletary is going to be the guy. So
okay,
he's my number 2. That's who I think is just right there. He's the guy that I just love, to be honest. A guy that we didn't even talk about is Frank Gore Jr., by the way, who's going to absolutely ball out for the Doak Walker. So shame on us for that one.
Yeah.
Here's a guy that neither one of us had on our list, but I think Joe Milton has a monster year, wins the MAC, and is in the list for the Maxwell. And I understand you hate him, but I think stats-wise, and we got to talk about the offense. I don't care. The offense proves that you can put numbers up.
Yeah,
and Maxwell's about winning numbers.
Is he accurate, bro? Because he hasn't been accurate his whole career. Then all of a sudden he fine-tuned that? Because anybody can hit a freaking golf cart 90 yards downfield. I should say anybody.
Listen, all you got to do is throw it to an open spot because, listen, in that offense, wide receivers are open. Ask Jalen Hyatt. I mean, it's just a thing. There's no press coverage in this thing. We just have to throw it, within a 5-yard spot. Like, it's going to be a lot of lobs. It's going to be a lot of quick routes. I don't think you're going to see a ton of bombs, but I think that he's going to be on the list because the offense, nothing besides that. I don't think he's phenomenal. I just think the offense makes him look better than he is. I'm a Henry Hooker guy, and he should have won the Heisman if he doesn't towards ACL. That's the facts. I'm going to give you one more. I think Michael Penix is right there. He's on my list for
my guy. You keep stealing my guy.
That's my list.
All right. I'm going to start it off spicy. Give me Michael Pratt. Tulane's going to get all this buzz. They're going to come in at 22. They're going to be still good. Michael Pratt's going to have to lead them. He is going to have to be a guy that's at 4,000 yards passing.
He better be in Mobile.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he has to. He leveled up last year. I need another level up. Another level up will put you in possibility. Tulane making jump ship to. With all this talk about, realignment, wherever they're going to go, they seem like they're another player in the top category here. There's a domino that fell for Pratt. I think he's a little more comfortable with Tulane. His sister's there, okay? And she's an athlete as well. Don't sleep on Michael Pratt. That's number 5 for me.
I love that.
I'm going to go Pac-12. Give me Shedeur Sanders, okay? I think they're going to have to score a boatload of points because I think that defense is suspect, okay? I think they're going to have to be around 28 to 35 every game. I know McCaskill's there in the running back department, but Shador Sanders is going to lead that team in the Buffaloes. Give me Shador Sanders as a possible Maxwell Award winner. All right, that's at 4. At 3, I know I said that, Clemson's running the table, but I think this kid's going to take another step. Give me Jordan Travis, Florida State.
I'm shocked it wasn't on your O'Brien list. Shocked. You've been on the train.
I know. I'm still on the train. I for some reason, the Clemson's got a cupcake schedule. They got all. I feel like everything's pointing in the Clemson direction. They've done it before. I think they can do it again. But yeah, give me Jordan Travis. I think the kid. You want to talk about leveling up? Everybody counted him out last year. Leveled up. Literally took a hot, steamy dump on everybody's plate and said, "Yeah, I'm here, dude. I'm here to stay." So yeah, give me Jordan Travis. I don't know why this kid. I can't. His own team doesn't even like him. I can't put him in there. But I'm gonna put Bo in there because I gotta put Bo in there. Bo's my guy, right? I know we're regurgitating. And then the last one, man, I can't trust him. So I'm gonna go with the rebound. He deserves it. He's one of the most prolific passers in college football. He's one of the highest completion percentage quarterbacks in college football. Give me Grayson McCall. At 5, I think he can. I think he's gonna have a bounce back year. Put him back into that sophomore season where he put himself on the map. 73% completion, 3,000 yards, 30 touchdowns. Give me Grayson McCall to round it out.
I love it. I think he's on the list for Davey O'Brien too. Can you imagine the list of quarterbacks that could be at Mobile this year?
I can't. I'm getting excited now, bro. We haven't even played one snap yet.
Bonkers. I mean, I in one aspect, I hate to be Jim Nagy because I'd be sending out like now, like let's just get it. Because
you can accept now if you'd like, sir. It's okay.
Yeah, the list is going to be crazy. It could be one of the funnest, interview groups that we're ever going to see at Mobile. Because there's always one guy that's like, oh, this guy's here, right? There ain't gonna be enough people to interview. I mean, it's gonna be packed to the gourd.
100%.
So
I know we won't get to see Verse there because he's obviously, he was invited last year. I don't think he's going to need to go to the Senior Bowl whatsoever. I think he's going to be a day one pick off the rip. But I was talking to KT about him a little bit. Like, he's fired up. You see the videos of Florida State? They're talking about first day in pads. He's like, first day in pads, boys. I want to see the excuses. Run backs not be slow coming out the hole. Like, he's just running out there just talking smack. Like, he don't even care. He's happy. KT said,
everyone wants to give the Brian Burns, vibe. It's true though. It's so close.
It's home. Everything's all in the same area, same position, same. You know what I mean? So
a boy from Washington is going to push him though. So
Braylon Price, whatever his name, Trice. Yeah. They got it lined too. Like, they lost the guy. And they still have a stupid defensive line.
Yeah, that's going to be a fun one. So,
Boomer, this was fun. Got back in the saddle. College football is here, bro. Like we're back. Week 0. We get to talk about stuff that's actually happening and not just our thoughts and our predictions and how we feel about guys. We planted a lot of flags. I think it's going to be a fun season. I'm excited for this.
I mean, we're already going against each other week 0. So
that's what we do, right? That's how we rock out. You're going to go big or go home. But as always, Boom, take us away.
Hey, until next week, let's go.